you guys? Welcome back. I'm Veggie Rose, and if this is your first time stopping by, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It looks like this, and the little notification bell next to it so that you will be notified every time a new video goes up, which is Monday, Wednesday, and a sweet Saturday when we do a delicious vegan sweet dessert treat of some kind. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys Sweet Saturday. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a vegan Tres Leches Cake. And vegan or Tres Leches Cake is basically a cake that, well, I'm familiar with it from, I guess, like Hispanic culture or whatever. And I know in Puerto Rico they make this a lot. And it's basically a cake that is like some sort of white cake that is like drenched in 3 different types of milk. So technically, this vegan version of this cake should be called dos leches, which means 2 milks, because we're going to be using 2 milks instead. It's still going to be absolutely delicious, and I think you guys will love it, so let's get veggie. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our dry ingredients. So we're going to be adding 1 cup and 3/4 of a cup of flour. We're also adding in 1 cup of sugar, a teaspoon of baking soda, and then we're also going to be doing a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm also adding in a pinch of salt. We're going to go ahead and mix our dry ingredients together. All right, and for our wet ingredients, I'm just going to toss it in here, even though you can mix it beforehand. I'm doing 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. You could also do coconut oil. For some reason, whenever I use coconut oil for like baking cakes and cupcakes and stuff like that, I feel like my cake comes out a little more firm, like a little more dry, because coconut oil can't solidify if you keep it in a cool temperature. So for some reason, that happens to me. So I prefer to use vegetable oil. I'm also going to be doing 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and I'm using the cheap stuff because I ran out of the good stuff. But this was in my pantry, and it works just as well. I'm also adding 1 capful, which is pretty much the equivalent of 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're gonna go ahead and mix this all together, and this is pretty much the batter for our cake. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and just add our mixture I'm adding it into a 8x8 square pan, and I'm simply doing that, and this pan has been greased already, and I'm using a square pan because traditionally Tres Leches Cake is cut into like these little squares, so I just felt like it'd be better off in a little square pan. But you can do round, it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna tap it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and place this into the preheated oven. It's been preheated at 350 degrees. All right, guys, so for our dos leches, we're gonna be adding 3/4 of a cup of vanilla soy milk. Or you could also use almond milk or plain, like unsweetened soy milk. I just like the soy milk for this recipe because it's like a little thicker. I'm also going to be adding 1 cup of vegan sweetened condensed milk. I'll link the recipe to my recipe for condensed milk down below. And we're just going to go ahead and mix this up. And next, I'm just going to use a fork, but you could use toothpicks or skewers or anything like that to make holes all over the top of your cake. And you could actually make this recipe with any like vanilla or white cake that you have on hand. You could also just do like a vegan store-bought box cake. Oh, the edges are a little crispy. So I actually had this in the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes until the toothpick came out clean. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and pour over our mixture, and I'm just gonna pour it slowly so that everything could kind of like go into all of those little holes that we just created, because that's the point of the Tres Leches cake. It's just that it's soaked in delicious creamy and sweet milk. All right, so I might have added a smidge too much, but there's a little bit left. So basically you just want to pour until everything looks soaked don't let it like overflow all the way to the top because you want it to sink to the bottom, and if you want to frost it, you still can. So I'm gonna let this soak in for about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and frost it. All right, guys, so it has been about 25 minutes, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and cut into this. And you can frost it, but you do not have to. I might have soaked mine a little too much. Just take it easy on the soaking. Just see like how far it goes and how much you feel like you need. It basically has to be like soaked all the way in the bottom. The top doesn't have to be super soaked. And I'm just frosting this with like just like a regular icing. I'll have the recipe down below. And these are usually topped off with a maraschino cherry. So there you have it. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's time for the taste test cam, and I prefer it without frosting, so I'm gonna go in without frosting. But this is just pretty much, I like this recipe because this recipe, you could just do it with pretty much any cake as long as you have the milk and the sweetened condensed milk. You can just toss this over any cake. This tastes so much like flan. Oh, you guys have to try it out. Just take it easy on the, oh my goodness, I have to have more. This stuff is like bomb.com. Oh my goodness. I don't even have a sweet tooth, but I can eat a whole square of that. For sure, for sure. Try it out. Let me know what you guys think. So that's it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to tag me on Instagram and hashtag Veggie Rolls, hashtag Let's Get Veggie. If you make this recipe or any of my other recipes, I would love to know what you think and love to know just how it turned out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.